Companies make this mistake in investing so much time and energy in the tools and the technologies, but forget to do that research of that emotional connection. And sometimes, which is why it backfires. Are there stories of marketing campaigns gone completely wrong?
अब सपना छैन टाढा नजिक आउँदैछ भविष्य खोज्ने मनले क्रेटाई भी पाउँदैछ साथ विश्वासिलो यात्रा आरामदायक यही हो हाम्रो रोजाइ यही छ साह्रै लायक क्रेटा इभी
Hyundai Creta Electric, undisputed, ultimate, now electric.
Vyasa Media Network.
Coming back to our whole theme of the connectivity and it's just a connection and identity, right? Anuj, to you, I would love to explore, are there stories of marketing campaigns gone completely wrong, where it not just tarnished the brand image, but it tarnished the image of an entire community? Has that happened in your experience where you've seen it firsthand?
Not completely wrong, but yeah, sometimes whenever we never know how does the customers or the users react to the campaign whenever we run. So it's always happened. So when I was in an e-commerce company, so in the e-commerce company, it's end-to-end goal is totally depend upon the digital marketing department. Okay. So it's you have to bring the orders. So end goal is this. Otherwise, in other companies that you have to generate a leads, then the sales team will take care of it. So when you have end-to-end goal, you have more responsibilities. Okay. So over there, when I run the campaign, sometimes I feel I'm not getting orders. Okay. I spent 10,000, I'm not getting orders. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Is I not places the correct link or what's the issue? So sometimes these types of activities happen. Completely wrong campaigns has been done, but we learn from them. Okay. So sometimes common mistakes we did might be the campaign which we are running for the mobile and we are showing for the desktop users. Some issues, some technical issues are there, or the URL which we are passing in the link that take more than 5 seconds to open in particular phone. Okay, that's again an issue. 70% of a user immediately dropouts.
Of course.
Yeah. So eventually we get to learn. But yeah, these things happen always. I think whenever they run the campaign in e-commerce, it's frequently happen over there because everything is it's heartbeats increase when you are spending money in those platforms and you are not getting back. It's risky.
Now, on the flip side of this, right, there are some amazing campaigns like branding moments, like Dove was a great story, right? How do you think, let's talk about some of those. I would love to hear from both of you. And how that connects me. I would love to be a brand. Unknowingly, I am a brand ambassador of a brand, right? So I'm immediately connected with it. I feel so loyal that I'm referring this brand to all of my friends. That comes from an emotion. That comes from, it's less about the technology, more about knowing the audience, right? What are some cool case studies that you have witnessed or you've been part of in your experience?
Okay, so let me answer it first. So one of my company, Transport Mall. Okay, so that company was into.
That's your client.
That's my company. No, not my company. I was used to work over there as a digital marketing manager. Okay, so my main goal. So they launched the app. Okay, and app has basically 3 components in. So one was the insurance. They sell the insurance to the commercial vehicles only, and the second is they run a channel with the name of Transport TV, particularly for the transport sector. So all the truck drivers, cab owners. So basically they run channels for these segments only. Okay. And the third one is they raise voice for them. You can have support for them. So that's, and they integrate all these services.
Very similar is what I see.
Similar one. So because of him, I recalled it. Yeah. So they made an app. Okay. And they asked me, Anuj, it's are you sure truck drivers use Facebook Are you sure you are running a Facebook campaign? You have approval. You have taken approval of 10 lakh rupees. Are you able to utilize it? I was like, I have to try it. I think my gut feeling is like, they will do it. I think when I run the campaign and within a month, I got 1 lakh downloads. Okay. And if I talk about like the ROI, the cost per installation for them, it's 2.5 rupees. Through the Google channel, 2.5 rupees INR. It's like for the Indian. In my career, that's the cheapest download I have bring to the client.
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like, wow. And even the owner is feeling like, wow, what you have did.
And you connected immediately with the audiences.
Yeah, of course. And the audience is the truck drivers.
Yeah.
And they start using it. So again, my CEO came to me and so after a month, he was like, we got downloads, but we are not getting the watch time. So they have their videos on that particular app. Okay. Then I was like, okay, how to increase the watch time? What can I give to a truck driver? I was thinking like this. Okay. Then I was like, okay, let's run a campaign. Okay. Whomsoever watch maximum videos or maximum watch time, we give him a TV or we give him some gifts. When we start this campaign, our watch times increase to 56 minutes per user. So that's comparatively equal to an OTT platforms that time.
Yeah.
So that's the power of, you can say, the campaigns we run for that particular. That's wow factor for me. I was very because I'm getting downloads, I'm getting watch hour, everything was increasing, and companies also getting fundings.
Of course.
So that's a startup.
I have not read your book, and I intend to. But has this made into your book?
So of course the strategy will be there.
Great. What about you?
I think there's so many that it's on top of my head and I'm having a hard time choosing. But basically, there's this brand that I recently started using. It's a shoe brand called On, right? And I got introduced to that brand by my brother. And see, before I even bought it, right, I had this feeling that, okay, it's a shoe, right? It's a normal shoe. It looks cool, right? So maybe it's comfortable. And that was about it, right? And last time I traveled, I bought one. And after I bought it, I wore it, instantly loved it because it was so comfortable, right? And I think coming back to Nepal and like wearing it, and I think I'm wearing it right now also. And I've been telling people about it, right? And I've been like, right now when I think of it, it's not because of the shoe that is just there. It's not the brand only, but it's also that feeling that I got wearing it and being so comfortable that when I'm walking, it's so easy, right? So that also kind of like had that kind of that emotional, also at the same time, that easiness, right? So it wasn't a marketing part that gave me to buy the shoe. It was more like my brother telling me about it. So that's also something important in marketing, right? Word of mouth. And also like how you make one person feel might change that and influence someone else to buy that same product, right? Yeah. So that's like, one of the things that I can clearly remember because it's very recent, right? So
yeah, there's a power in that marketing and salesmanship. It comes to the storytelling, right? What are you being sold? What are you being told? And it's in many ways, sometimes it's also just the placebo effect. You just feel like, I'm not saying that about On because I actually love the shoes myself as well. But sometimes it's about the story because, when I was thinking about like the discussion that we might have today, I was questioning like, what is it about like brand Nepal, for example, that connected with me so much that I wanted to come back and be here again, right? And it wasn't really one particular thing, but it was like my childhood memories, the smell of air in certain parts of the seasons. Like it was a lot of different things, which again brings back to that identity, brings me back to that emotional connection. And oftentimes, like when do you feel again, instead of me telling what I feel, do you, either of you feel like companies make this mistake in investing so much time and energy in the tools and the technologies, but forget to do that research of that emotional connection. And sometimes, which is why it backfires.
Of course.
Right? So what would be your recommendation to those kind of companies? Like, what's the first thing you tell? Do this, and then this is where the technology comes in.
Okay. So
both of you are eager to answer. I love it.
So because of I recall one story. So I think that's commonly available story. It's of Maruti Suzuki story in India. So when Suzuki is selling their cars in India, so even I get to learn about this story when I'm doing the MBA. Okay, they tell me that they have a particular brand. So with the name of Suzuki in India, people able to recall that, okay, that's the, you can say, mid-level car you can have, or you can say that's the economical car you can buy for you and your family. That's the economical brand image they have created in the market. Okay, when they launch one of their premium car with the same brand, and it's surprisingly none of them is. It's like a super crash for Suzuki that time. Yeah. So again, so they same question which you are asking.
Yeah.
Like they got the crash. Now what they did in India, they launch a new brand with the name of Nexa. So that's also come under the Suzuki, but the premium cars are there.
Yeah.
So basically they have segregated the audience. Okay, you want to be economic, go Suzuki. You want to be elite or you want to be like pro, then you can go with the Nexa and you can have different experience. Even they have built an experience totally different. Even you enter in the showroom and the car itself.